XRP Future Millionaire. It's Saturday, April 27, 2024 at 9:35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is your daily XRP technical analysis. As we can see, XRP is down 51. It's down to 51.5 cents. We're down about 1.96% on the day. And this will be a little bit outside of the technical analysis of XRP as well. We're going to be looking at a possible reversal in the making when it comes to the XRP Bitcoin pairing, as we do have a reversal candle. We have a bullish cross in the 4-hourly. Now the question is can this pull up here in the rest of this 4-hourly, and can we finish above this 820 level and make this pretty engulfing here into the next candle? Somewhere between 817 and 818 would be a good close, and it would help this become a reversal candle. So the XRP price, as we can see, is beaten down compared to the Bitcoin price. We talked a little bit about this yesterday during the live, because we're into a substantial area right now. This is the 5th time we've touched that support. The first 4 times, we had moves anywhere between 1,500% and 3,000% for the first 3 times. The 4th time, we had 550%. And this time, it suggests if we break past this downtrending resistance, that we should have about a 350% move if it breaks out this time. Now, that is a stationary support. It's like a flat support area. So if the XRP Bitcoin pairing were to lose that flat support, it would be a big problem. That's down at about 695. And it looks like initially it was trying to have a rebound, but now that looks, it's hard to tell what kind of candle exactly this is in the weekly. Is this more of a bullish candle? Is this a gravestone doji? So we need to see here how this reacts. But if this does play up a little bit, it looks like it could have a small move here. Obviously, we got rejected by the 200-day initially. So I'm just watching the XRP Bitcoin pairing to see if something deeper is going on here. But if it falls through, if it ends up falling through, I mean, obviously, it would be an issue if it comes below that 8. If it comes below 804, it probably invalidated the structure. But you did have a nice V-shaped recovery here. And now you have some sideways consolidation. You do have a bullish cross in the 4-hourly. And we got rejected initially on the 200, but now we're consolidating where the cross is. And now if it does swing back up, you should come all the way back up here to like 875. And then if you get past that, obviously you'd have further ambitions. But right now there is an opportunity, it looks like, with the XRP Bitcoin pairing. And in the weekly, it looks a little, leaves a lot to be desired. But in the 4-hourly, we can see a little bit of a reversal starting to happen. Daily time frame, we're attempting to push a golden cross and the reversal possibly in the 2-hourly. It's just, we're in a very weird spot right now, because as much as we want to pull up and make this bullish, every time it has a chance, it just pushes back down. And we almost have a death cross here in 30 minutes. So we have some conflicting views here. So pay attention if you're looking at the XRP Bitcoin pairing. We talked a lot about it last night, how it has hit this same bottom 5 times. It's right around the 6.9 level, 690. And every single time in the previous 4 times, the minimum move was 550%. The maximum move was over 3,000%. So we'll see if history repeats itself, because right now it's lagging in XRP's price in relation to Bitcoin and the XRP Bitcoin pairing. It's a nightmare. If you're looking to trade XRP or Bitcoin or XRP Bitcoin pairing, you can do that on MEXC. You buy Bitcoin, you pair it with the XRP Bitcoin pairing, and that's how you do it. You can buy it on a few other exchanges as well. It's difficult to find that pairing. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. And we'll see if this does in fact break out. We've got this uptrend. Well, it's not quite an uptrend, but if you go from here, you can kind of see what's starting to happen here. So it's like if somebody were to ask me, well, Tom, if I'm trying to take a chance here, where do I buy this? I mean, 810 if it were to come down. So remember, it's already bounced off of that support a couple times, so there's no guarantee it comes down into that area. And then if I'm looking at it straight like this. If you're looking for a breakout, it's got to break through that pattern. So that's what I'd be looking for. And then it's very simplistic. If it breaks that uptrending support and you're in this, I wouldn't stay in it, because you'll be able to get a much cheaper price if it invalidates the structure. On an invalidation, you'd come down and then you could obviously load up if you're looking to take a chance at 766. And then we're going to get into XRP. But I wanted to look at this XRP Bitcoin pairing because it's very interesting the way it's setting up, because it could be hinting at a possible, it's either going to be a price appreciation to Bitcoin if we were to break out, or it's falling slower than Bitcoin's falling. So on a breakdown, we see where we're going. On a breakup, right around that 869. So it's a percentile move. On a breakout, you're looking at about a 5.3% move or 5% move on a breakdown. Well, obviously, it would have a couple percent on top because it's got to break back down. But you'd be measuring it from that slip here. If we were to lose, what is this, 810. So if you're in this trade, if it loses 810, you would not want to be in this anymore. I mean, you could say 808 as an overextension, but if you're buying this formation for a breakout, you need it to break out. If you're buying it for any other reason, if you're looking for a short, you need it to break down from there. So that's going to be interesting. I wanted to look at the XRP Bitcoin pairing first things first, because Bitcoin's down 0.88%, XRP's down 1.9%. So Bitcoin's outperforming XRP in the terms of it's not dropping as fast. So it's always interesting when this kind of stuff happens. For XRP, let's look at the actual chart. XRP is on the bottom side of resistance. We're attempting to push back up, but we really need to push past that 52.18 cents in current terms. Let's just say the 52.1 cents. And otherwise, we are teasing the fact that this could be a right arm here. And if it's the fact that it is, we could drop all the way to 34 cents. So obviously that could be a problem. But let me do the intro. Please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends this update. It really does help. I do appreciate everybody who continues to tune in, even during these high times of uncertainty, with XRP not performing as most would like, as crypto market's been very bearish here the last couple of weeks. It shows testicular fortitude in a positive demeanor when you continue to show up, even if it's not to my channel, but you continue to show up to see what's going on within the technical analysis, and you can see what's going on within the cryptocurrency sphere, because there are opportunities to be had. And right now we're looking at that XRP Bitcoin pairing to see if there's an opportunity to strike. Right now it does look to be teasing a reversal candle in the 2 hourly, so we'll see how that goes. Other than that, look in the video description below and or pinned comments for MEXC and or BITUNIX. MEXC for the XRP Bitcoin pairing, MEXC for the lowest spot and leverage trading fees in the USA. If you're looking to trade XRP in the USA or worldwide, look no further than BITUNIX. You don't even need a VPN. You don't need to feel like a criminal. They're up during high times of volatility. And unless you want to do a KYC, if you want to transfer to and from a bank account, you don't even need to do that from exchange to exchange. And then if you want to show me personal support and or join Tom's Army, that'd be a great thing to do. It's the end of the month. I'd greatly appreciate that. So with that being said, good morning. 9:43 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Saturday, April 27th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I did that intro, I believe, a second time. Just sometimes you got to do it twice. I forgot I did it until I was doing it. So for XRP, the one thing we did hold last night, which is very important, we came down and held the handle support. So the pattern did not break down completely. The rising channel came apart, which we can come back up over 52 cents and just have a daily wick if we can start pulling up, or a weekly wick. But at least right now we held that cup and handle support. And as long as you hold that, you're still technically in a bullish territory, because a cup and handle, after all, is a bullish setup pattern formation. One of the most bullish you'll see in technical analysis. As far as an indicator, and if it breaks down, it's one of the worst signals you can get as far as an asset's bullishness. So right now we've held that 507 as of right now, and as long as it holds, we can still rally here. Looks like we still have a little bit of a reversal pattern we're dealing with, so until we break this exact formation here, we can still have a rally. There's your 2-hour reversal candle in XRP, so that could be is that a reversal candle yet? I don't know. That might not even be a reversal. That might be a gravestone doji. That could be a trick reversal. Went up to 51.77. Came down to 51.20. That's interesting. In the next 14 minutes, you really want to be back on top. Right now, it's in a good spot because you have an engulfing candle to the top side at 51. Yeah, right now it's okay. As long as you're over 51.58 on the close, it'll be engulfing past the previous candle. And that's actually not a bad thing if it closes there. If we can close over 51.58, we can start this reversal here. And more than likely, we would have to retest this 52.1 cent area if we're going to break down. It looks like that's what it might be setting up for. So it's going to be a very interesting thinly traded day here on this start of the weekend on this Saturday. So we're going to have to be very observant here. We've got XRP with the market cap down 1.67% or down 490 million. Right now, again, it looks like we could possibly be putting in some kind of a reversal, but it looks like a jank reversal. So just make sure it's over 28.5 billion so that we can have an engulfing to the top side. Just like with XRP's price action, let's make sure in the next 15 minutes it's over 51.60. Right now it's struggling, so we'll see exactly what this has in store for us as the day goes on. Bitcoin's at 63,119, down 625 points or down 0.98%. XRP's down double, which is why you see the XRP Bitcoin pairing down a little bit this morning. These are all sneaky candles. If it's over, like right now, this is very sneaky because it looks like a bearish candle, but with the way it's going to close, if it closed over 63,100, this would be engulfing to the top side, and that would be a nice bullish candle. But there's still 13 minutes left in this candle, so we'll see if these are fake outs and then it starts pulling back down, or if there's something more here. If we start pushing up, XRP's gonna have a bigger rally here. There's no doubt about that, because it's gonna move a lot faster. The problem is you can very clearly see this head and shoulders pattern pulling down, and if it pulls all the way down, it's suggesting a target of 34 cents. Down at about 34 cents. Obviously 507 would need to fail. That's 33%. You compare that to Bitcoin, you're talking about an 11% further drop for XRP if this were to play bearish possibly. So we don't know the outcome. Right now, we could possibly be putting in a reversal here as we've been showing, and we really need to close the 2-hour candle, which is at 10 o'clock here on XRP. Man, we really need to close this in a bullish direction. To me, anything over 516 is bullish. Anything over 5174 would be extremely bullish on this candle. For Bitcoin, anything over, I mean, if we could close over 63,200, that would be absolutely huge. But anything over 63,100 is actually a very nice candle here. So we've got 12 minutes to continue some momentum here and try to reverse our fortunes here on this Saturday morning. One other thing is, don't forget to give thanks to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ here on this Saturday morning. I know a lot of people think Sunday's the most holy of days, but it's Saturday. So at least, even if you're not going to church, and just think highly, be positive, live the life of solitude instead of, and grace instead of anger and, putting people down and things like that. We need to be inclusive here. I love this community because we're all inspiring. And what I mean by that is everybody helps everybody, and we do not play the victim. We are not the victim. We are the winner here. So being the winner, we have to have all the information on the charts and news alike when it comes out. And we're positivity over negativity. So be positive. We don't play the negativity game. It doesn't do anybody any good. So this morning we're going to look at the positive. We're going to look at the opportunity out there as we have been. And we're going to try to make an educated and informed decision. Bitcoin right now is down 16 points. Bitcoin dominance is down 0.16 or 0.3% at 54.83%. We really need to see Bitcoin dominance come down here if we want altcoins to have a leap here. It'd be great to see this come down to 54.45% and bust this descending triangle. As I showed yesterday in the live, and I'll show again today, back in 21 and 22, when alts rallied big time, only 39% of the money was in Bitcoin. Right now, there's 54.83% of all money right now in Bitcoin out of 2.27 trillion. So back in 22 and 21, we were having huge altcoin rallies. Only 39% out of 2.27 trillion, if you're using today's terms, was in Bitcoin. Now an extra 20% of that 2.27 billion is in Bitcoin, roughly, or 17% in today's terms. Well, 15%. That's a huge difference. That's a huge difference. That's 150 billion out of every trillion extra going into Bitcoin, to put it in perspective. So if you're wondering why altcoins are struggling right now, too much money's in Bitcoin right now. It's that simple. There's no reason to even sugarcoat it. That's the honest to God truth. Remember yesterday we talked about XDC. I know Miss Vicky was in the live asking if it was still a buy on XDC, and I said absolutely not. Absolutely not, because it broke through key support. And not just that, a breach of that support is a catastrophe, and we can see what's happening here. We had a brutal drop after that. Brutal. We didn't even hold the support, and that's what we talked about yesterday. The reason you wouldn't buy it up here was because, or even right here, is because you have to make sure it holds. If you would have bought it at 3.8, that came through about 13% right after. So is that indicative of what's coming for the rest of crypto? Or is that just XDC being XDC here? As look at that drop. That's insane. So now, I mean, you've invalidated this entire small setup on XDC. But I'm glad Miss Vicky asked that question during the live, and we were able to give such a confluent answer of no. You do not buy it there. Absolutely not. The chance had already passed. Now we've got that downtrending resistance. I don't even like that. We're getting rid of all of this because we're inside of this much wider pattern. See, if you just take away all the short stuff, it went from resistance to support. That's all you ever need to show anybody. Resistance to support. Resistance to support. You buy support, sell resistance. So if you're an XDC fan, you're looking at 3528. 3528 is your line in the sand. If it gets over 3528, you could obviously take a shot here and see if it bounces back up. But there's obvious issues here in this pattern now. Obvious issues. But it could have just come down to support. We had a nice clear down. When it came down all the way from around 6.5 cents, we've had a 50% retracement. So now I'm looking for opportunity in XDC, but it's still well below that 3.52 cent mark, which is scary to me. So we'll see how this reacts. And then is this indicative of the rest of the market about the drop? Or is this just something that XDC did on its own? We'll see how this plays out. But before I leave, as you know, XRP still below a very key support system, but it still has not invalidated completely. It needs to pull down a little bit farther, but XRP is stuck at a point here where it came down to 507, which was actually the handle support and a cup and handle, and now it's trying to pull back up. We always talk about this in the daily sense and the weekly sense. Right now, this is nothing more than a wick. Right now, if this pulls back up and breaks over 52.1 cents, it's right back on target. Bye, Michaela. Tutoring. Good luck. So that's what we're looking at in the daily time frame. Can we pull back above 52.15 cents? And if we do, that's nothing more than a daily wick. Right now, I'm telling you, we're trying to work on a reversal candle. Came to 512, came up as high as 517. If this comes up to 519, and that's just up 0.13 cents. If it comes up to 519, this is absolutely a reversal candle starting. And we've been seeing this all morning, not just in the 2-hourly, but in the 4-hourly now. This could possibly be a reversal starting. If that's the case, the XRP Bitcoin pairing today might do okay. It might do okay against Bitcoin. It just looks like we're undervalued here. Bitcoin has a nice reversal starting as well. So technically, if Bitcoin goes up 5%, you should see about a 10% move with the XRP. I'm expecting a 2-to-1 move here for XRP once we start to push bullish again. Now, hopefully that 2-to-1 move isn't a breakdown. We've got DGB as well before I leave. It's up 1.9% roughly. Again, just like the rest of them, we've got technical targets if we break down. And right now, we are very close to breaking down. We need to get back up and DGB needs to get back up above 1361. Could we have possible retest? It's possible. But right now we're teasing the fact that we could have reversals here. So I'm XRP Future Millionaire. Thank you all so much for watching this morning update. And XLM as well. They're on their support structures. So if you're ever going to take a shot for XLM right now, it's on the support structure. So if it's meant to stay bullish, this is your best opportunity at 11.1. And if it breaks down, very simplistic. It's at 11.1. If it breaks 11 cents, no reason to even stick around. And this is not a leverage trade if you were to do this. Spot trade. That's 15 bucks on every 1,000 that you're willing to risk right now. 15 bucks on every 1,000. So that would be up to you, but that's what I'd be looking at. XLM's in a spot of possible opportunity here. Possible opportunity. That's an opportunity probably. Even if you wanted to, let's say you're going to do a $3,000 trade and you're like, I don't want to put all $3,000 in this spot. Do a $300 10x trade. And that would be a 15% drop. That's 15 bucks out of every 100. If it got liquidated or stop lost out of here at 11 cents. And that's giving you a little bit of extra room. That would cost you $45 on your trade. If you don't want to put all $3,000 up, you can do a $300 trade. Do 10x and put the stop loss under 11 cents. That's another option you have, and that would be capping your losses at $45 max. So scared money don't make money, but opportunity comes a calling, and sometimes you got to take risk. So that's exactly what I'm going to be looking probably at when I log off of here. And it's very simplistic. It's a $45 risk with maximum upside here of, let's see, a $45 risk, if you're using that logic, for an upside of 18%. So that would be 180%. So you're looking at a $550 profit on a $45 risk. So that's a 12-to-1 trade right there. So if I'm looking risk to reward 12-to-1, that's not a bad spot to be in. Obviously, this is very tricky setup, but opportunities are calling. But just remember, sometimes opportunity actually costs you dollars. So be blessed if you made it until the end. Hashtag be better, do better in the comments. Just make sure when you trade, you have a plan.